And we're back with the Resto Tree, where you actually get to play as a tree. Now, do we have tree form in the base thing? Nah, I don't see it in there.
I don't think so. I mean, I think it's only if we know from Shadowlands, it's only a temporary form.
Side note,
But
the
you can,
PvP
I think,
talents. Oh, you were saying?
yeah, I think you can glyph a form, but that doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Hopefully we got a tree form up in here. Like, I don't see why we wouldn't.
Yeah, like a real, actually
I'd
human tree
I'd be
form.
sad if they don't. Like your base tree form, make it make it not a glyph. We do got an update here from Wowhead. They added the PvP talents. However, it does look like they are the same PvP talents and haven't actually been edited. We'll cover those in our second look videos, which will be more about guides and or more about builds and the changes they've made in the PTR. Um, Now back to our usual devil. What's your experience as a resto druid?
My experience is pretty slim, but I would say I give. Well, Resto is kind of my last healer to play between all the healers I've played so far, but
I'm
Resto,
totally with
I
you
mean,
there. I haven't actually ever played a resto druid. I've played every other spec in the game,
yeah.
but just mm. I've always been excited about them because they look fun, but I just never been able to do it myself. Um, this tree looks kind of small, so this video will probably be kind of small. Uh, to recap, we're gonna go over the talents and what they do. We're going to talk about the choose ones, and then at the end, we're going to talk about the tree as a whole, and maybe even compare it against the other healers that we've gone over. Um, but Oakley, let's get started here with your first talent being Life Bloom. 8% of base mana, 40-yard range instant. Heals the target for 225% of spell power over 15 seconds. When Life Bloom expires or is dispelled, the target is instantly healed for 138% of spell power. May be active on the Dark Titan's Lesson, 2 targets, 1 target at a time. Dark Titan's Lesson is going to be our modifier. That sounds nice. Can they Life Bloom 2 targets right now? That sounds like they added that a while back.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, before Life Bloom was only one target.
Yeah, okay.
I think there was an extra talent before we can make it Life Bloom too. But I like because I haven't played a Druid in a long time. As Resto.
Well, yeah, I gotcha. I know it's real hard
But
because we really haven't.
there was a tree form where you can Life Bloom a lot of targets at once temporarily.
This video is going to be a little awkward because we really haven't. Well, stream is going to be awkward because we really haven't played this as much, but it'll be in good form. Um, we've fought a bunch of them, so
But so we've seen how they perform,
and
but we haven't.
I've raid led druids, so like I know kind of know what they got. We're gonna move down here through the middle thing because like it's just right here.
Oh
And we
yeah,
got
true.
Nature's Swiftness. Yeah, instant 1 minute cooldown. Your next regrowth, rebirth, or entangling roots is instant. Free, castable in all forms, and heals for an additional 100%. That's real nice. I don't think it needs heals in all form or castable in all forms as a resto druid. Just saying. And then we have ready for anything. Nature Swiftness cooldown is reduced by 10 seconds. Is that 20?
Let me see. 1, 2.
Yeah, it's
Yep, 20.
20. Um,
Yeah, I didn't click it.
so that
There we
that
go.
puts the cooldown to 40 seconds for Nature Swiftness. So that's not too bad. I don't know what the current cooldown is. I feel like it's faster than a minute, but I could be wrong. Minute cooldowns go pretty quick. Effervescence, 17% base mana, 40-yard range. Grows a healing bloom at the target location, restoring 23.3% of spell power, healing to 3 injured allies within 10 yards every 2 seconds for 30 seconds. Limit 1. BTW Blizzard, you're missing a giant opportunity here for a glyph that changes it from a healing bloom to a mushroom. Make it happen. Mushrooms. That big tree buff, the cooldown they use, where the tree gets the afro, it reminds me of a mushroom.
Yeah, I thought they had some kind of mushroom thing before, but I think maybe it was an artifact or something.
Yeah. I feel like druids don't use enough mushrooms. We got improved life bloom. Life bloom count from +1 -2 additional stacks of mastery. Interesting. I'll be happy to see that get fixed. And then we got improved wild growth. Wild growth heals 1 additional target. We got back to the outside. We've got the unstoppable growth. Oh, this is a potency conduit. Wild growth's healing falls off 22% less over time. That's cool. That is actually really cool. I like that. I'm a big fan of talents that do interesting things to the ability as opposed to improves healing by X% over blah blah blah, or like just modify the spell, make it a little bit harder to use. Does that go up to 44%?
Which one?
Unstoppable growth.
My bad. 24. It's still at 24.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Then we got another spell. We have Nourish, 18% base mana, 40-yard range, 2-second cast. Heals a friendly target for 223% of spell power. Receives triple bonus from Mastery Harmony. That's pretty cool. On the inside, we got Soul of the Forest. Swift Mend increases the healing of your next growth and rejuvenation by 200%, or your next wild growth by 75%. Yeah, that's decent. It helps like clarify a rotation. We got Deep Roots. They're so deep. Rejuvenation healing is increased by 10%, and Tranquility is increased by 20%. Healing for more on low health targets. What's the second point, Netus Devil? He must be. Yeah, on Deep Roots.
It's 20 and 40.
20 and 40. Righto.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and look at the choose one. We got Spring Blossoms or Overgrowth. Spring Blossoms. Each target healed by Effervescence is healed for an additional 21.6% spell power over 6 seconds. Or Overgrowth, which is a castable spell, 12% base mana, 40-yard range, 1 minute cooldown, apply Life Bloom Rejuvenation, Wild Growth, and Regrowth healing over time effects on an ally. So I go with the passive because I'm already seeing a lot of abilities, but that Overgrowth is quite powerful. Like, that's a real powerful spell. I mean, this is a single target versus multi-target choice. So like, yeah. So I can't really ask you which one you pick because it's really situational. So we'll move on to the one on the inside. Rampant growth, where gross healing over time is increased by 50%, and it also applies to the target of your life loom. Okay. Germination. You can apply rejuvenation twice on the same target. Rejuvenation's duration is increased by 2% or 2 seconds. Then you have Adaptive Swarm, which gives them access to some buggy bugs. 5% base mana, 40-yard range, instant, 25-second cooldown. Command a swarm that heals for 157.5% spell damage or deals 150% spell power shadow damage over 12 seconds to a target, increases the effectiveness of your periodic effects on them by 25%. Upon expiration, finds a new target, prefers alternating between friend and foe up to 3 times. And then its improved talent, Unbridled Swarm. Adaptive Swarm has a 30% chance to split into 2 swarms each time it jumps. Wow, that's really good. I don't know if this feels like it fits here. Like, it is a really cool healing ability, but like, I don't know. Let's move on though. You got Circle of Life and Death. Your damage over time effects deal their damage in 25% less time, and your healing over time effects heal in 25% less time, and that's really strong. That's good to see that here. It's got 2 points. Is that 50 and 30%?
Oh, on Circle of Life.
Yeah.
I would assume, but it's not changing when I put them in.
Yeah. Okay. And then you have for the last one on this side of the tree, you got to choose one: photosynthesis or Dark Titan's Lesson, which we finally get to see. Photosynthesis, well, your life bloom is on yourself. You periodically heal 20% faster. Well, your life bloom is on an ally. Your periodic heals on them have a 4% chance to cause it to bloom, whatever that means. Huh. The Dark Titan's Lesson, your life bloom. You may life bloom 2 targets at once, but life bloom healing is reduced by 10%. Dark Titan's Lesson sounds like a raid thing. More so. I probably run photosynthesis most of the time. That sounds more interesting. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Let's read down the middle of the tree here. We got Tranquility, 18% base mana, 3-minute cooldown, heals all allies within 40 yards for 59% spell power times 5 over 8 seconds. Each heal heals the target for another 6.88% spell power over 8 seconds, stacking. Healing increased by 100% while not in a raid. Okay. I can get behind that last
That
tag.
makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense because that's too big of a heal for
Yeah, it's a really big heal for a raid. But
just
I feel
easy.
like they should
Well,
drop that, well, not in a raid thing on way more talents. Since this is like what? Well, we got like two base classes left, 2 hero classes and the new classes. And this is the first time we've seen a talent modified by where you are. And I feel like they should do that more.
yeah, yeah. For our upcoming one, they should probably do that for
That'll
they
help
should have done that
balancing
with
a
the
lot
commons.
of
They should
things.
have done that for the commons resto thing too.
For the witch?
for the healing stream, the healing tide totem.
Yeah, that'd be real good for healing Tide Totem.
Yeah, based on how many targets it hits, splits based on
Yeah.
that.
That'll also keep them from being so high up on the charts every single time.
Yeah.
Next, we have Inner Peace. Reduce the cooldown of Tranquility by 30 seconds. Channeling Tranquility. You take 20% reduced damage and are immune to knockbacks. That's cool. Is that up to a minute reduced time?
Yep.
So it drops your cooldown on Tranquility to 2 minutes from 3 minutes. That's pretty good. And doubles down on the needing, well, not in a raid.
From 3 minutes to 2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah,
And then it still stays at 20. You take 20% reduced damage.
that's fine. And then we got
But
this
yeah,
choose one that is the like. Oh man, how many things run into this? All paths lead to choose one.
I think the talents.
Cenarian Ward or Abundance. You were saying?
I think the talents when they have split gaps like that, when they space it out with like a paragraph space out, I think that means the talents are split when you put points in. The tops when you put points in, the top goes up, but the bottom one doesn't. That's probably what they do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, next one.
Yeah. Oh, you were talking about the last talent. Yeah, that makes sense. Cenarian Ward or Abundance. Cenarian Ward, 9% base mana, 40-yard range, instant 30-second cooldown. Protects a friendly target for 30 seconds, dealing damage. Any damage taken will consume the ward and heal the target for 16% spell power over 8 seconds. Abundance. For each rejuvenation you have active, regrowth cost is reduced by 6%, and critical effect is increased by 6%. That is a really interesting choice there. I feel like Abundance is going to get picked a lot more, though.
Yeah,
Cenarian
abundance is a
Ward's a
good one. I think.
huge heal, but it's really
Ritual active.
skilly based, and those
Yeah, I
don't
think
tend
I
to.
chose a Cenarian Ward is what I chose before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually when I get damaged, I always take the heal, and so it
Hmm.
doesn't help. It
But that's
helps
a
out with the whole
really
team.
big heal. Like you got to know you're gonna get hit hard,
Yeah, I mean it's a
and
dot, it's a hot too. So
yeah, it is a hot, so it will block additional damage you take. So even if it triggers off of
yeah,
something
so you're
small,
taking
it won't waste as much. But like those ticks got to
yeah,
be pretty big.
yeah.
Moving on, we've got Autumn Leaves, no extension. Rejuvenation's duration is increased by 1 second, and its heals for an additional 45 when it's on your only heal over when it's the only heal over time on your target. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to choose one: Tree of Life or Convoke of the Spirits.
Of
Uh,
course.
Tree of Life. Shapeshift into the Tree of Life, increasing healing done by 15%, increasing armor by 120%, and granting the protection from polymorph effects, functionally rejuvenation and wild growth, regrowth, entangling roots are enhanced. Whatever that means. Last 30 seconds, you may shapeshift in and out of this form for its duration, or convoke the
Oh,
spirits.
it's enhanced, not the functionality of regeneration is enhanced.
Yeah, I got you.
But
Channel
yeah,
4 seconds, 2-minute cooldown. Call upon the Night Fae, an eruption of energy, channeling a rapid fury of 16 druid spells and abilities over 4 seconds. This will cast Regrowth, Swiftmend, Moonfire, Wrath, Regrowth, Rejuvenation, Rake, and Thrash on appropriate nearby targets, favoring your current shapeshift form. And honestly being totally suitable for this build or spec. Like, that's a good ability for them. And then model cooldown bonus, NYI, shifting in and out of improved form reduces its cooldown. CTS now has a chance to cast exceptional spells and abilities.
Yep.
Same. Like,
Yep.
I'm a big, like, I have a love-hating relationship with these two talents points in each of the tree. Like, it's a good thing, but it's for the feral forms, and like really good for the caster forms. Also, there's my improved tree form. Where's my base tree form? What the heck? Let's finish up this tree.
What
We
is
got
this?
Omen of Clarity. Your healing over time from Life Bloom has a 40% chance to cause clear casting stat, making your next regrowth cost no manas. Iron Bark. What? Oh yeah, Iron Bark, because bark of a tree. But you still don't have tree form. Where's tree form? Why is tree form not before Iron Bark? I'm upset with you. Iron Bark, 40-yard range. What? 40-yard range? 1.5 minute cooldown. The target's skin becomes as tough as. Oh yeah, that's right. It's castable on someone else. As Ironwood, reducing damage taken by 20% for 12 seconds. We got improved Iron Bark. Cooldown is reduced by 10 seconds. So, what's it go up to 20? So you get a 110. Yeah, the cooldown. 1.25 minute cooldown after you're talented. Then you've got improved regrowth. Regrowth's initial heal has a 20% increased chance or for a critical effect if the target is already affected by regrowth. Probably moving up to 40. Ysera's Gift heals you for 2% of your maximum health every 5 seconds. If you're at full health, an injured party or raid member will be healed instead. I was really, really hoping to see this here. But man, it's an expensive talent. It's 6 points to get it all the way up. And it's a little
Yeah, 3
pricey.
points. Yeah.
Or yeah, 3 points to get it all the way up. But it is like an AoE passive heal, so or aura heal, so that's pretty good. I'm a big fan of this one. I was really hoping it didn't disappear. Although I like it as a base tree thing,
Yeah.
as I like to use it on my my bear or my boomy. Cultivation. When rejuvenation heals a target below 60% health, it applies cultivation to the target, healing them for 28.8% spell power over 6 seconds. Stone Bark. Iron Bark increases healing from your heal over time effects by 10%. Stacking 2 times, so probably 20. Grove Tending. Swiftman heals the target for 1,530 over 9 seconds. Choose one, Invigorate or Memory of the Mother Tree. Invigorate. Your healing over time effects. Target complete their healing 100% faster. 45-second cooldown. Okay. That tooltip's all weird. Memory of the Mother Tree. Wild Growth has a 40% chance to cause your rejuvenation or regrowth to apply to 3 additional allies within 40 or 20 yards of the target. Proc chance 40%. Which one you pick, Devil?
I think Mother Tree.
Yeah, I probably go with Mother Tree most of the time, but Invigorate seems like it's good for like a burst fight where you need a
I
bunch
mean,
of
Mother Tree
heals.
would be good for your party members in general for AoE healing, and
Mm-hmm.
then vigor would be good for your burst healing for a single target or on
Yeah,
yourself.
like if you have to tank heal in
Yeah.
like a Mythic Plus or something, that would be pretty good.
Yep.
That gives
Because
them
that
the
single
ability to
target,
handle that a little better.
yeah, because that looks like a single target thing. Your heals over target on the target, not all targets. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Next one.
Um, Next one, improved in Innervate. Your Innervate can be cast on someone else. You gain its effect for 50% effectiveness. Your mana regeneration is increased by 5%.
Yeah.
Imperial Incarnation. Every 3 casts of Swiftman grants you Incarnation Tree of Life for 9 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That's real good. I like that. That's also like 9 seconds is a long time. How long is the incarnation by itself? 30? So every 3 Swiftmends, which you can cast. Where is Swiftmend? Oh, Swiftmend's over here in the resto tree. Or the base tree. Swiftmend has a 15-second cooldown, so you can get 3 out every 45 seconds. So every 45 seconds you get 9 seconds of Tree of Life. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Vision of Unending Growth on the outside. Rejuvenation heals for 2.5%. Chance to create a new rejuvenation on the target. It's pretty cool. And then the last choose one talent. Flourish or Verdant Infusion. Flourish as instant 1.5 minute cooldown, extends duration of all of your heal over time effects on the friendly target within 60 yards by 8 seconds, and increases the rate of your heal over time effects by 100% for 8 seconds. That's cool. Or Verdant Infusion. Swiftman no longer consumes a heal over time effect and extends the duration of your heal over time effects on the target by 10 seconds. Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh. Ooh.
All your heal over time effects.
I don't know which to pick.
combining combining flourish with that one other talent that gives you all heal over time effects would be nice.
Yeah, right? Like
Overgrowth, yeah,
Flourish gives you the potential for some ridiculous burst healing. But Verdant Infusion, like that is just so much sustained there. Yeah. Um Personally I probably pick Verdant Infusion because I like going with a lot of passives. I don't like
yeah,
having too many spells.
yeah,
But it looks like they've got a build in here, like the makings of one. They need some more points, I think.
yeah.
Um,
There was
for a direct
is that
healing
tree I can change.
druid.
I can already see with just 3 talents. I can change out. I get Verdant Fusion, then go 2 rows up, change out Mother Tree for Invigorate, and then go up to the other one and go to Overgrowth, and then there's your super build.
Yeah, I do like this. It feels more like a direct healing build. Like the way they set it up, like you throw your hots and then you consume the hots to heal them quickly. And like I
Yeah,
like that. That seems like a good build. It solves the problem that Resto has with
so you,
historically not
you're basically
having big heals.
yeah, you're basically focusing on your hots to heal them faster with your hots, like you already
Yeah,
have on them.
yeah, that's way better than like I think it was the artifact weapon that was just a giant heal.
Your focus mending, basically,
Yeah, the play
instead of just
style sounds a lot more fun than
like here's one, go away, here's one, go away, type
yeah,
thing.
because that's what it used to be like back
Yeah,
when I had played a resto druid in a raid. It was just about blanketing the raid and heals. And then
yeah,
like they tried to address the lack of single target heals quite a bit, but they didn't do so well. I think this effect, like actually focusing in and building a second really good build in here so that people have options and they can still just blanket the raid with hots because that's still in here.
Yeah.
And because that's a build that people like doing, and you can't really take that away. This tree feels like it needs some work. I give it like a 4 out of 10.
But there is potential though.
But there's a
I
lot
give it
of
like
potential, especially if they double down on this. They
see, I'm thinking
more
I give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
yeah, they more promote this other build that we've gotten here, and maybe I'm just not seeing it. But yeah, it looks good. I like how all the trees seem to have at least 2 solid builds in them,
Yeah.
with a lot of options within the build.
But again, we're not Druid players, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
and we're not even Druid players, and I can see that that's there. So like, subscribe, complain at me in the comments. We'll catch you later with our impression on build guides and the rest of the classes coming up here in the next couple weeks. We'll be knocking out the monk next,
Oh yeah.
and then the warlock. Then we'll move on to the hero classes, and then the invoker.
Looker's last.
But yeah, that's Daftjack out for today. See ya
See ya.
on the next week. Out.